friends, Kim from Stamping Imperfection. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I wanted to share a tip that I got from another demonstrator that I am really loving. And that is that I love a Memento ink. I think it's a great ink because it's so quick drying and I can use it for watercolor, and it's also perfect for my Stampin' Blends. So I really like this ink a lot. What I don't love is I don't love the felt ink pad itself. And it is, it's a very nice ink pad and everything, but I have really gotten used to using foam ink pads. And I've been using them for years now, since Stampin' Up! Originally came out with their foam ink pads many years ago. And then I also love Catherine Pooler's ink pads, which are foam ink pads. I think I get the best coverage of my inks when I'm using a foam ink pad. So another demonstrator said she felt the same way. So what she did was she used one of these white ink pads. So when you order this craft white ink pad from Stampin' Up, it comes with the ink pad and with the white ink. So they come together, and the ink pad is not inked up. So this won't go to waste because there's lots of techniques I can do with that. And I have mostly used up my actual ink refill for my white craft pad, so that will work out nicely. I also then bought the Memento refill for the Tuxedo Black ink, and I'm going to go ahead and open this up. Okay, so here's the pad. When I open it up, you can see it's a nice foam pad, but there's no ink in it. So that's all ready to go. No ink whatsoever. Now, what I'm going to do is, the ink pads come with these labels on the back. So I'm going to take this one that doesn't have anything on it, and I'm going to go ahead and label the end of this with that blank one, so I'll know that this is my black ink pad, just like that. And I am also going to take one of these other ones, and it doesn't matter what it says because I can ignore the fact that I don't read whatever language that is, and I'm going to add that in here, so that when I have it open, and if it's sitting next to another dark ink pad, I'll know that this is my black ink pad. So I'm going to go ahead and fill this up, and I'm going to use at least half of this, I bet. I did this once before, and I used about 3/4, and that was a little too much. My ink pad was really juicy, but I really want this to soak in. Oops, that squeezed right out of there. Okay, so I've got this old palette knife, and I'm just going to slide it around and kind of get that ink to soak into that ink pad. Because one of the ways I decide if my ink pad needs to be refilled is I look at it from the side, and you can see that white empty ink pad. So this needs more ink than this, because I really want it to soak into this pad. So I'm going to kind of push it down in, just like this. Now, if you don't have a palette knife, a plastic spoon or a plastic knife works great. And I'm going to see if I can do this without getting black ink all over my fingers. So I do have a cloth here, a microfiber cloth, and I'm going to do this again. Okay, and I'm going to give that a couple minutes to soak in, and then I'll probably do another pass, because it's just starting now to go down into that ink pad. Okay, so I have it covered, so the sides look pretty good, and I didn't really use that much of the bottle. It feels like I might have used about half maybe. So I'm going to let this soak in overnight before I try to use that. And I did take my rag and go around the edge to wipe it up, and I did manage to get it all over my hands. You can see that. But it cleans up pretty well, not completely, with some hand sanitizer. So that's nice. But now I have a black ink pad. Now I did go ahead and make a label for the front, but I find that as I push it, it actually gets caught on the ink pad as it goes in. So I don't know that I would recommend doing this. I'm thinking maybe a paint pen or a Sharpie marker would work to do that. And so like, I don't know that, at least my label maker, it keeps catching the top of the label there, so that isn't working great for me. So that's the only thing. But I have to say, I really do like having my black ink in the foam ink pad. I am kind of wishing Stampin' Up! Had not gotten rid of their ink pads. So they had nice black ink pads. They gave you a nice sharp color. And perhaps they will, I'm hoping that they're checking out the Close to My Heart Intense Archival ink pads, because those were really nice. That ink was really nice, and if Stampin' Up! Puts that ink in a black ink pad and calls it Stampin' Up! Ink, I would be thrilled, because that was also pretty great ink. But I do love having that as a foam pad now, so that's great. So now I can just go ahead and stamp some of these cute squirrels. Let's see how this works. We'll see how I did here. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. I'm excited about that. So if you love the foam ink pads and you would like your black one to be foam too, that's how you can do it. So if you are interested in shopping for supplies, you can shop for your supplies at shopwithkim.net. And I am good to go. Now I can just give this a couple minutes to dry, and I can go ahead and use my Stampin' Blend markers on my new black ink pad, my new Memento Foam Pad. So there we go. So that is just a quick tip. I hope you like that and find that helpful. So you can have your black ink on a foam pad if you prefer foam like I do. So thanks so much for watching, friends. Please give this video a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe if you're not already subscribed. So this was just a quick tip on how to get your black foam ink pad just the way you like it. So thanks for watching. Have a great day.